So you've got a big idea, right? Today, we're going to break down the founder's journey. We are going way past the daydreaming stage and handing you the essential blueprint, the real nuts and bolts of turning that brilliant concept into an actual, living, breathing business. Let's dive in.
You know that feeling, right? That light bulb moment. You're just going about your day and then bam, an idea for an app or a service that could literally change everything hits you. You see a problem nobody else is fixing and you think, wait a minute, I can solve that. But the big question is, what happens next? How do you take that initial spark and turn it into a fire?
Okay, before we can build anything, we have to know what we're building. Now, this definition might look a little textbooky, but it's actually super important. A business isn't just an idea floating in your head. It's about the regular creation and sale of something that people genuinely need or want. It's this amazing cycle. You create value for other people, and in return, you get to capture some of that value for yourself.
All right, you've got your idea locked in. Now comes your first huge decision as a founder, choosing the actual structure of your business. Seriously, think of it like this. Are you going to be a solo artist, a tight-knit band, or are you building a full-blown orchestra? Each one of those choices comes with its own rulebook and its own rewards. So going solo as a proprietor, it sounds great, right? You have total absolute control. You're the boss. But, and you knew there was a but, here's the massive catch. Unlimited personal liability. That means if the business rocks up debt, your personal stuff, your car, your savings, it's all on the line. Now, a partnership lets you team up, pool your money, and combine skills, but you're still facing that unlimited liability. And what's even scarier, you could be on the hook for a huge mistake your partner makes.
But then there's the third option. For those big, ambitious ideas that are built for serious growth, forming a company is almost always the move. And the absolute game changer is right there on that second line. Limited liability. This puts up a legal firewall between the company's money and your money. It protects you. And just as critical, look at capital raising. It's way easier to get investors on board. The trade-off? Yeah, there are a few more rules and regulations you gotta follow.
Next up, you need to define your mission. So you've got the structure, the vehicle is built, but where are you driving this thing? What is the ultimate point of it all? It's time to pick your company's game mode.
And believe me, this isn't as obvious as it sounds. Especially in the tech world today, there's this massive strategic debate. Do you focus on making money right from day one? Or do you go all in on capturing as much of the market as you can, dominate the space, and then worry about the profits later? The old school traditional approach is all about profit maximization. It's clean, it's simple, it's powerful. Every single decision you make, every hire, every feature, every ad, it all gets measured against one simple question. Does this make us more money? This is the classic engine of business, just a relentless focus on making sure you earn more than you spend.
But in the startup universe, it is often a completely different playbook. A lot of founders today are playing the long game with sales revenue maximization. The whole focus is on hypergrowth, getting as many users or customers as fast as humanly possible, even if you're losing money on every single one of them for a while. The bet is huge. If you become the number one player, the king of the hill, the profits that come later will be absolutely massive.
Okay, so you have your structure, you've set your mission. Now you need the one thing to make it all go, the fuel. You need the money to actually get this idea off the ground and into the world. Let's talk about funding. Now, for a long time, established companies had a few standard options. You could sell off little pieces of ownership with shares, take on debt, go to a bank and ask for a loan, or just reinvest the money you're already making. These are all tried and true methods, but let's be honest, they're not always a great fit for a brand new, unproven, maybe even kind of crazy idea. And that is where this whole other world opens up. For those high-risk but potentially high-reward ideas, venture capital is the name of the game. And you got to understand, VCs aren't just a bank with deep pockets. They are partners. They are betting on your vision, on your team, and on your potential to build something truly world-changing. And they often bring priceless advice and connections to the table, along with their check. So this right here, this is basically the funding ladder for modern startup. It usually starts with angel investors, wealthy individuals who give you that first crucial seed money to get started. As you grow, you move up to venture capital firms to really scale things up. And down the line, maybe even private equity. And then for a tiny handful, the ultimate goal is an IPO, taking your company public on the stock market for everyone to invest in.
So we've walked through the blueprint for your structure, the mission for your goal, and the fuel for your growth. Okay, let's bring it all together and get you ready for the launchpad. So, if there's one thing you take away from all this, it's this. The journey from a simple idea to a real company isn't magic. It's a series of deliberate, strategic choices. Your legal structure, that defines your personal risk. Your mission, that sets your priorities, what you wake up to do every day. And your funding path, that determines how fast you can grow. Every single one of these decisions builds on the one that came before it. So there you have it. We've laid out the blueprint for you. The core pieces are all here, from the legal stuff to your grand mission. The path is a lot clearer now. It's up to you to take that spark, that idea you can't stop thinking about, and build something incredible. So, the only question left is, what are you going to build?